Stop letting society tell you about the best skincare routines, the hottest plastic surgeons, or the cream that will keep your skin from aging. It's time we start asking ourselves, what the fuck is beauty anyway? If we remove all the IG filters, is there more to a beautiful face than just skincare? Well, I'm here to share it with you, and hell yeah, there is. My name is Jen Carrasco. I have been an esthetician, as well as a high-level fitness competitor, and an all-around badass for over a decade. And I need you to know there is way more to keeping your mind and body clean than just a cream. Join me each week as I cut the BS out of getting healthy, caring for ourselves, and caring for our skin. I share real tips, real ingredients, and real experience. Now let's get some answers on what the fuck is beauty anyway. Am I starting or are you starting?
You're starting.
God damn it.
You're Dealio. Partner in crime over here.
Partner in crime?
Yep. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Awesome. You look good.
Thank you.
Yes.
I have a lot on my plate.
I know.
But you do as well.
Yes.
That's why we get along so well.
Yeah. So today, I think we're going to talk about you.
Okay.
Talk about you and how you got started and kind of why you do what you do. So start at the beginning. How did it all start?
Well, I bought the Rosina's business when I was 24 years old and took that over and learned. I learned under Rosina for about 4 years before I bought it. But I think my realm of education, I should say, or where I'm at right now with educating girls or doing the podcast now for people is just from previous experiences, and I'm sure it's with everybody in business, just like you. I mean, I think we all buy something, but we don't realize that we not necessarily can trust everybody 100% with, or you think you can trust somebody and come to find out you can't trust them.
Right. Well, I think a lot of it has to do with our age, right? I think kind of our interpretations of things or what we absorb when we're 24 and then what we learn as we get older and life goes on in our 40s. It's a totally different story.
Yeah. So at age 24, I came as a single mom with my son, working literally 6 days a week and cleaning houses on the side on my days off. And so she saw all my hard work, supposedly. And I don't mean that. I know she did, and she had a good heart, but she saw all my hard work and she offered me the property and the business at that time, which was at 24 years of age. And she told me that, she makes her own skincare products from scratch and that she formulates them and, has her own product label and did everything and, wanted me to keep reality with my clients going on forward when I took over with the products and the name and I guess her aspect of beauty and what the business was.
Okay.
So about, I don't know, maybe 5 years into the business, I still got all my products through her, trusted her wholeheartedly, and she trained me from the get-go. So I learned a lot and a lot of European knowledge, which is not around here by any means. A lot of people don't know what they're doing. And so I got a lot of knowledge from her, trusted her as far as skincare. And one day I had one of my estheticians come up to me and say, I found this product line online that it seems like it's the same product we carry. And I thought to myself, well, that can't be.
Right.
Because she formulates this.
Right.
And I buy it from her. And so that can't be. Well, it was. So I did some research, checked out the manufacturer, and which a lot of companies do. So I'm not saying anything bad about them. A lot of companies buy from a manufacturer and they add products in, which that's what I did in the beginning. I would get something, I would add certain ingredients in there, and then I would formulate it. But she wasn't doing it like that. She wasn't going over and beyond with adding different formulations in there. She was actually just buying what they had and repackaging it and literally selling it to me for a 50% markup.
Oh, wow.
And then I was putting my markup on the products to sell to my clients. So I knew coming in with the business anyway and seeing what a lot of the clients were on as far as skincare wise. I mean, they were on, no joke, probably doing about like 6 to 7 steps in the morning and 6 to 7 steps at night on their skin. So she was making a lot of money. And I'm not saying that some of the products or the ingredients were not terribly horrible. They weren't. But your skin can't absorb all that. There's no possible way.
Right.
So when I stepped in with the company, I felt that I was doing the right thing and actually reformulated everything with the clients of what they were using, and I backed them down to certain ingredients. So that way I knew, they're not wasting their money and their skin is actually absorbing the product and they're going to see a difference. And pretty much they're not just spending money to spend money on stuff.
Right.
It's the right thing.
Right. Not upselling anybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
So going forward and finding this out, I contacted them and let them know pretty much what I found out. And they pretty much dropped all ties with me right then and there. Never really tried to back it up. Never really tried to do anything. Just stopped talking to me.
Called them on their shit.
Yeah. So from that day forward, I started looking into products and researching more, and that's where my education came from for skincare, or skincare knowledge, I should say, as far as ingredients. That's where it came from, is from me having to deal with that. I mean, literally, I was providing a lifestyle for somebody for something that they weren't creating. I mean, they were smart. I was stupid in business. It was something that I didn't do my research on, and shame on me. I should have known better. But at that age, you trust wholeheartedly, and I've learned. So I guess going forward, that's why I'm so passionate about ingredients and skincare and what people are doing and what really makes a difference.
Right.
So that's why I started my lines. I started, I carry a couple different lines. It's not just my line, but I carry products that I know that are going to make a difference with people's skin. And I want to educate people about it because they need to be smart. Just because I don't want anybody to deal with what I dealt with. And there's so many, you can go into any store and ask for a product to help, and you're going to walk away with 10 things to use on your face just to upsell you.
Right.
And I don't want that. It's not the right thing to do.
Well, I think a lot of times if you have too many products, it's hard to really tell what's working and what's not working because there's so many steps involved. If you just kind of keep it simple and see the results, I think that's best.
Yeah. And, honestly, being with a bunch of products that you're doing on your skin, just like my last podcast about moisturizers or, serums, is sometimes you can actually start the aging process more with doing too much to your skin. So least is actually better depending on your skin type, depending if you have melasma, there's that. I mean, there's other things that you have to do.
Right.
So, going forward, that's why I do my podcast. That's why I teach people about skincare education, because I have dealt with in the past, I got screwed royally for several years. And that's why I don't really carry that line too much in my clinic. And I've never really expressed that to any of my clients, because I don't ever really like to bash anybody.
Right.
But a lot of people have been asking me lately, why I'm so passionate about skincare, why I'm so passionate about educating people and teaching them. And it was because of what happened to me.
Right.
And I feel that people need to have the knowledge, so where they go into places and someone tries to sell them something, that you're knowledgeable to come back at something to say, hey, this is my research. And most likely that person doesn't really know what they're talking about. They're just educated by somebody who's formulating the product to make money off of it.
Right. And I think that's kind of where you, especially with you training your own girls that are in your clinic too, that you make sure that they're very, very up on what's in each of the products that you guys are offering, at the clinics as well. So I know that's something you'd like to share with them and make sure they're communicating, relaying that onto the customer or the client as well. So.
Yeah. I get a lot of messages, and especially lately since I've been talking about the men's line that I'm creating, I'm actually getting tons of men asking me questions like on my DM and things. And it's so funny because they're like, okay, seriously, like, does a cream work? And, honestly, no. A cream is going to help. It's going to hydrate the tissues. It's going to plump, like say for an eye serum, for instance.
Right.
It's going to go in there. It's going to plump. It's going to hydrate. It's going to get blood flow going. Is it necessarily going to change everything? know it's going to make you look better over a long period of time. Using something on that tissue of your skin will help because you're constantly lubricating that tissue, or you're keeping it at a certain level. But also your diet, like, are you drinking water? Are you getting enough sleep? Are you, under stress? I mean, it all plays a role in your skin.
Absolutely.
And I don't know, I guess I felt that, my passion in life is to teach people proper way of things and what actually works and what doesn't work. And so you're not shafted.
Yeah. I mean, definitely. It sounded like you kind of, again, had a hard lesson there of learning, like trusting someone who probably basically mentored you, through the whole process of you, building your clientele, and then to kind of have that come back.
Oh, yeah.
So
it was hard, and it was a hard lesson. And a lot of the clients at that time, since I took the business over and I was new with the business, I wasn't going to bash somebody who taught me,
right,
or say anything negative. And so it was definitely hard bringing in a new line when people were used to this line. And it's just explaining that in life, just like nutrition, we learn something new every single day, or our health, or about ourselves, or about cancer that's out there, or research. I mean, everything gets better every day.
Right.
So a transition of skincare is the same thing. There's always something better coming out and more research. So things are always going to change. And what I've noticed is people like consistency, especially with skincare, because it's like, no, this works. I don't want anything else. This is working. And it's kind of assisting those people. And, but there's a change and things do get better.
Right.
And it's just trusting me through the process of knowing that you're going to get good skincare and ingredients. I don't know much more I can say about that one. I mean, I learned a lot. I have a lot of education from her, a lot of education past that, just of my own knowledge. I just haven't really expressed that out to everybody exactly why I changed the way that I do things with my business or business line.
Right. Yeah. Well, I know you have your own out right now with Virago, has their own little skincare line. So just kind of share with us a little bit about what your thought process was going into creating that.
So I don't have a slew of products with Virago because, as you know, it's very expensive to create your own line. So I definitely have I think it's like 6 products that are good, handy products. So you have a good microdermabrasion scrub, you have a great sunscreen, but a lot of the products that I formulated was like a basic cleanser that actually cleans and exfoliates with the enzyme, but they're all natural. So I shouldn't say they're all natural. You can't get anything 100% natural.
Right.
But they're made with ingredients that aren't chemically based. So you're getting products that are actually going to make a difference with your skin. And there's a process to it. Like we have some that have a lot of ozone in it for healing. We have some with enzymes for, exfoliating the skin. So there's properties for each one. We also have one that has a vitamin C in there, but it also works to actually eat off dead skin cells, especially skin cancer cells. It also will eat off skin tags, sun damage. So when I create something, I try to create it to it's going to make a huge impact and a difference on your skin. It's just not a basic foo-foo, fluffy. I mean, I don't even have a moisturizer out for Virago at all.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Well, I mean, I guess that would be an inspiration. I mean, having that happen to you probably inspired you to go out and create your own. I mean, not to say that you wouldn't have changed, but you could still be using Rosina's line today if you hadn't known any different or found out any different. So
yeah,
sometimes bad things like that, or just things in general in life happen and kind of sparks an inspiration in another direction. So,
and it's funny because a lot of times I'll go into a place to get a massage or wherever, if I'm on vacation or if I'm running around doing things like like I was in Whistler not too long ago, and I went into the spa, and it was so funny because they had that same line like up there, and I'm thinking, and it just brings back like that bitter memory of like finding out that I literally royally got fucked for like 5 years. And I just think, I don't know, I was just so naive, I guess, and I don't want that for other people.
Right.
So,
well, thanks for sharing then.
You're welcome.
I'm sure your listeners appreciate that.
So I guess that's the rundown of my past with the skincare element of it, but
in business.
Business. Really
always get like 3 opinions of something. You know, even if you think that you're right, you should always get those 3 opinions.
Never know what you'll find out.
You never know. Like, you'll learn a lot. Yep. So that's a wrap.
Yeah, that's a wrap.
All right.
Short and sweet.
Peace out, guys.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in this week. I hope you feel more empowered and more inspired to love the skin you're in. As we navigate new society norms and beauty daily, make sure to always ask yourself, what the fuck is beauty to me? And know that's all that matters. If you love this content today, make sure to subscribe, rate, and review. Follow me and get more info on my guests at ViragoStudio.com. Yes, I said it, ViragoStudio.com. And that's the shit. See you on the next episode, beauties.